Y'all know what it is. What up? It's Friday. We have made it through another 7 days on this spinning rock in the universe. And I, for one, am very happy. But that also means it's time for some trains. We haven't had trains in a hot minute. We had the Fridays in the Valley, New Year's Eve bash on the 31st, and no stream last week. I even got to see a late running Blue Water on my way home from work today. So that's nice. So I promised this quite a while ago, but we're finally gonna start the whole way down. I uploaded, I think, all 4 of these at once, or at least they went public at once. And I was very excited. For those of you who don't know, the whole way down is a 4-part run from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley across the East Coast Main Line South, East Coast Main Line York to Peterborough, the DP Simulation East Coast Main Line Northeast that is available on Workshop, and the Just Trains Edinburgh to or Newcastle to Edinburgh route that is available on Steam. To the current timetable. So this was a really fun project. I really enjoyed making it. It was quite a bit of work. So basically, we're taking, I believe it's 1 Sierra 04, which is the 6:15 London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley service. It is the first northbound service out of King's Cross in the morning. And we are driving a Class 91 set. So, and part 1 takes us to Peterborough, and we have a stop at Stevenage on the way. On the overall TS news front, the first Western Maryland scenario pack came out earlier this week, or late last week. It is what it is. It's a scenario pack. I believe, just from glancing at it, it uses the BL2, the Hanover sub, and I'm sure that's a nice one. And I'm sure the retro pack. Good morning, driver. Fairly straightforward today. Let's open the doors and board the passengers. Departure time is 6:15. Get our AWS test in, and then put the reverser back in neutral so we don't have to listen to the traction motor blowers, because that would get rather annoying for all involved. Headlights, all good. Now this doesn't have a clickable DSD, which is interesting. Anyway, it was announced, I believe it was yesterday, that North Wales Coastal is coming back to Steam. This time, but instead of having Arriva Trains Wales and Virgin Trains liveries, it will have Transport for Wales and Avanti West Coast branding. And if you own the previous version, you will be getting this new one for free in your library when that releases. So that's pretty cool. It's a very nice route. I've used it a bit, but I like it, and I am happy we're getting Transport for Wales official stock on Steam. I just like having that. It makes it a little better when I make current era timetables. Just reflects it a little better. We'll be with that. It will be Transport for Wales liveried Class 175 and Class 158, as well as the Avanti West Coast liveried class 221. So this scenario is to the current timetable. Speaking of that, we are using a East Coast liveried class 91 set. This does also use the LNER HST, just to make everything a little more current date. Uh, there are a couple of curse configurations we'll be running into. Let's see. The class 700s are being represented by class 319s. 700 stroke zeros are represented by 8-car trains. 700 stroke 1s are represented by 12-car trains. So there are a few 12-car class 319s in this scenario. Yes, it's a bit cursed, but oh well. And then I've used Southeastern white liveried class 375s in place of class 718s. And there are a couple other substitutions that aren't relevant for this scenario, but are worth noting when we get that way, which would be when we run part 2. I think that's everything. Let me double check. Yeah, we got some time. Wait, Western Maryland Scenario Pack 01 requires the B&O Mountains subroute, Western Maryland Nitro Pack, and the BL2. Oh, it doesn't? It doesn't require the Hanover sub? Interesting. Huh. That's actually pretty surprising. I'm kind of amazed it doesn't require the Hanover sub. Huh. Oh, and then it was also announced today that next weekend, the 20th through the 23rd, will be the Festival of Rail. And so there'll just be a lot of official DTG streams, some YouTuber content. Right away, next stop is Stevenage. Arrival time is 6:36. I am not involved, so don't anyone get their hopes up. Me and my 10 followers, if that, are not enough to get officially recognized yet by DTG. So not that I want to be. So I mean, obviously it would be cool, but but I'm not, going to be bitter that I wasn't tapped. I haven't been doing this continuously for even a year yet, so maybe someday, but not today. Gonna use the speed set there. We're now entering the Gasworks tunnels. Right? Yeah. We're currently limited to 15 miles an hour, but we will be going up to 45 here. No breathing. Oops. 9. Yeah, 1 SO4. We're now cleared up to 45. The big lighted tube in front of us is part of High Speed 1, coming out of St. Pancras, which is, of course, modeled as part of the London to Faversham route, High Speed 1 runs between St. Pancras and the Channel down on the southeast coast. Southeastern high-speed trains for Kent diverge off at Ebbsfleet International. Speed limit is now up to 65. So just the speed set. There are keyboard controls for that, but I don't remember what they are, and they're a little ticky-tacky. And it's kind of hard to get precisely the speed you want, so I find it easier just to mess with the dial, even though that is also kind of clunky. The fact that I'm getting even 30 frames is pretty good. Here in London. Speed limit is now up to 80. I don't think we'll have an opportunity to hit 125. Now passing Finsbury Park Station. This configuration on the East Coast Main Line is not currently up to date. The configuration at Alexandra Palace is older, and there is no flyover at Hitchin. So just a couple things to note. The speed limit is now up to 90. So this is one of those cursed 12-car Class 319s. I believe this is Hornsey Station. Oh no, it's Haringey. Next one is Haringey Station. At Finsbury Park, we were also joined by the lines from Moorgate. Speed limit is up to 95. On the right, we are passing Hornsey EMU Depot. And now we are passing Hornsey Station. On the right is the Fern Park carriage sidings and washer. We're now passing Alexandra Palace Station. On the right is Bounds Green Depot, the main maintenance depot for LNER. Passing overhead and leaving us is the Hartford Loop line via Hartford, which will rejoin us just south of Stevenage. Actually, I think it might actually be just south of Nebworth. Oh no, it is Stevenage. As you can see, the Hartford Loop line is modeled, but it is not sceneried in the official version. I believe there is a version either on Workshop or somewhere online that has the scenery applied. Speed limit is now up to 100. And I'm not going to be able to tell you the name of any of the stations. It's New Southgate. Well, actually, once we get to Welland Garden City, I'll be able to pick out the stations, but until then, not so much. I don't even know what tunnel this is. Is this the Potter's Bar tunnel? No. Speed limit is now up to 115. This was Oakley Station. I believe it said on the map. Oh, Oakley Park. This is New Barnet. These are the Hadley Wood tunnels. Now this is the Potter's Bar Tunnel. The Potter's Bar tunnels are actually the second longest tunnels on the entire East Coast Main Line, second only to the Stoke Tunnel, which we will pass through in Part 2. And we are now passing Potter's Bar Station. Potter's Bar, I believe, was the site of a rather horrific derailment in, I believe it was 2002, when, due to poor maintenance and improper inspection, a rail shattered beneath a Class 91 set traveling at line speed. I don't remember offhand how many were killed, but it was quite a uh, quite a scene, and it pretty much led to the death of Railtrack as the main um, track maintenance provider on the UK rail network, and led to the rise of Network Rail, who are still going today. 11.5 miles to go to Stevenage. Looks like we're about to overtake another service here. We're now passing Welland Garden North City. Welland Garden City Station. And coming up on the left are the Welland Garden City carriage sidings. We're also about to come to the end of 4-track running, briefly. We're now crossing the Welland North Viaduct. An impressive structure. And we're now coming up on Welland North Station. I guess we do get a chance at 125 miles an hour. We're not going to have an opportunity to get up to it, though, before we have to start slowing down for Stevenage. Speed limit has gone up to 125 here, but there's no real point in accelerating towards it, so. We're now passing Woolmer Green Junction, where we will transition back to 4-track running. We're also about 2 minutes ahead of schedule, so. No need to get aggressive. We're now passing the oh-so-famous Nebworth. Fans of Train Sim Live will, of course, know Nebworth. And what it means to do a Nebworth. I'm pretty sure I've managed to do a Nebworth on this stream, so. Under 2 miles to go to Stevenage now, so I'm going to cut off the power and just apply some light braking and some less light braking. And we're braking. Might have missed it, but somewhere back there we should have been joined again back by the Hartford Loop line. The down track dives under the main, so it's easy to miss. A little more braking coming in, a little hot. Oh, crap. Didn't mean to knock it into emergency. And we're going to overshoot her just a little bit. Oh well. What is it, by a couple of coach lengths? Ah. See how many doors actually opened. Okay. Very blurry picture of a Class 395 there. It's York to Peterborough that has the door problem. Apparently those front doors just don't feel like opening today. Hmm. 2D food. Hmm. What did they got over here? Can I get a muffin? I guess not. Welcome to your station. Peterborough. I don't think this is Peterborough. Oh, what's the score? Train punctuality, physical environment, our service delivery, customer satisfaction. Buses replace trains. Something, something. Monday the 22nd to Sunday the 28th? July 2013. I don't know. No, the 28th can be a Sunday. It definitely says Sunday. Right away, next stop is Peterborough. Arrival time is 7:06. Oh, I forgot. Set the speed set to. Actually, I think I need to set it to 130. It's slightly off. It won't get us quite all the way there. Look at Mr. Speedy Train over there. Ooh, you're so impressive. HST. I think I've said this before, but I absolutely love the VTEC LNER livery on the HSTs. It just looks really good on the Mark IIIs. We're now passing Hitchens Station. As I mentioned earlier, in real life, there's now a flyover here because diverging to the right is the line towards Cambridge and ultimately King's Lynn. The flyover was built, as you might imagine, to allow trains from the down, fast and slow to get onto the line towards Cambridge without having to cross the up lines. Well, maybe I didn't need to keep it at 130. No, even if it keeps it at like 123, 124, that's more than enough. More than enough speed. Passing a freight on the other side there. Oh, that's right. This doesn't have a two-tone horn. Might technically also be still too early to be sounding the horn, but who cares? I believe this is nope, this actually is Arsley, I believe. Yes. Or Arsley. One of the two. So we're going to be 4-track most of the way to Peterborough. We'll drop down to 3 at, I believe it's Hutchinson, and then down to 2 a little ways north of that for the run into Peterborough. I guess this doesn't have DSD at all. Oh, it's the one that comes with York to Peterborough that has a DSD. We're now passing Biggleswade Station. Remember what stations? Oh, this is Sandy. Okay. We're now passing Sandy Station. Oh, it's Huntington. Huntington. Knew it was a Hun-ting. Yeah. We're now passing St. Neots Station. Speed limit is dropping to 120 up ahead. Let the speed set get it down. Smooth. Horn spam for the HST. Speed limit is going back up to 125. We are under 20 miles to go to Peterborough. What's up, Code Monkey? Not sure where you're hearing trains. There's no trains here. Now passing Huntington Station. And the up, fast, and slow will be combining into just the up main. Right there. And, but the down slow will, the down slow will be sticking with us for just a bit. I don't see trains, though. I have clumsily got hand sanitizer in my eye and ruined the cornea. Well, that is most unfortunate. Code Monkey, F in the chats. F's in the chat for Code Monkey's cornea. Vision is hard. I'm not gonna argue with you there. On the right is the, I believe, Connington Loop. We're now approaching the end of the down slow. Approaching, but we're not quite there. The down slow has now ended and will be two-tracked pretty much the last 7 or so miles into Peterborough. Speed limit has dropped down to 105, and it would help if I release the brakes. Gonna knock the speed set down to 100. Since the speed limit is dropping to that right up here. Speed limit is back up to 115. Just want to check something. Oh, it is just mean. Okay. Wasn't sure. Speed limit's going back down to 100, but at this stage, I'm just going to turn off the speed set since we're getting close to Peterborough. In fact, we have a double yellow, which really should be flashing. As we cross this bridge, we are crossing both the River Nene and the line towards Ely and Norwich. On the right, or on the left, are the Nene carriage sidings, and beyond that, the line from Ely is going to wrap around and join us here at platform 4 and platform 5. And didn't quite get down to 30 in time. And we have a couple of freights here swapping crews out of the port of Felixstowe. I blame the signaling as well, Code Monkey. I think that is an excellent idea. And we're going to get slapped by TBWS. Because that's just what this run deserves. Totally forgot that it was going to get upset. There we go. That's about right. And due diligence put on the DRA. Off he goes. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to Birch Coppice. Off to a strong start. We're off to York next. Scenario complete. Rather brisk one. That was, as it says... No. Oh, yeah, there we go. Right about... Wait. No, yeah. Wait, no. That's reversed. Shit. There you go. As it says, right about there. That was the whole way down. That did not work. That was the whole way down part 1. I'm gonna switch the scenario now. Alright. Gotta switch. Inspection. So, little whoop. Get back there. context. So normally what I do when I get home from work on any given day is I make a quick dinner and power up my PC. And I go through just a bit of a routine. I check Dovetail Live for any new TS news that I'm going to miss during the day. I check the recent uploads tab on SimSig for new and interesting sounding timetables. And then I open Steam, as well as the streaming service of my choosing. And on Steam, I will check the Train Simulator Workshop if I have a new scenario up to see how it's doing. I will check the Transport Fever 2 Workshop to see if there's anything new and exciting there. And I will check Steam comments if I have any. And respond to those as necessary. So I go through that process the other day, only to discover a comment on this scenario, inspection, which I'm surprised by because, as you can see by the number, this thing is ancient. It was originally uploaded in February of 2013. The scenario is almost 9 years old. And I see a comment telling me that there was a question on the Dovetail forums, which I'm not very active on, asking how to play the scenario because it requires the Portland Terminal route, which has been retired. Code Monkey, this is not a negative story. And telling me that this person has taken it upon themselves to re-upload the scenario using the maritime assets from Railworks America, which is just the Portland Terminal add-on uploaded to RWA. Or Railworks America. And retroactively asking me for permission as they had neglected to do that before uploading the scenario. No problem there. Absolutely. I'm just more amazed anybody wants to play this. Again, 9-year-old scenario. Anyone has any interest in it. So, credit to... I have to remember his name. Their name. Spiky1975. Thank you for permission, or asking permission. And thank you for taking care of that. Like I said, I'm not really at all active on the Dovetail forums. I probably should be, but I'm not. And so I never would have seen this question come up. So again, more than happy to have you upload that scenario and take care of the problem. I don't have any problem with it. Again, this is a 9-year-old scenario. But I was reminded of it, and I decided we'd take a crack at it. So I believe I was still in middle school at the time the scenario came out. I know nothing. I know nothing of what the scenario entails. I don't know how inaccurate the stuff is going to be, and how often I'm going to cringe at, again, a 9-year-old scenario. Indeed, Jessica, what a day. So, without further ado, let's see what we got. So this is, again, inspection for Donner Pass. Southern Pacific needs to inspect a set of units, collect them from their sightings, and take them to the engine facility. So we're going to be doing some switching in Roseville Yard. That is what I remember of this. Ooh, that's never fun. I've had to do that, and it only gets less fun the more DLC you buy. But yeah, when Still a Bridge came out, I had to get that to come out. Good morning. There's plenty of traffic and a lot to do. Start with the switchers and loco sighting 3. Off to a great start. We have GP9s pulling double stacks. Oh, any number of things. Loco Shop 3. Oh, Loco Sighting 3. So we need to go via Shop 6. That's Shop 7. Loco Sighting. Oh, hello. Wow. There's a lot going on here. Running a scenario on the racetrack. Ooh. Holy cow. Okay. So we're supposed to grab them in the back, which means we'll have to make... Oh, yeah. So we'll have to go and then pull back through. Okay. The horn loop on the SW1500 is entirely too long. Oops. So this is Diesel Shop 6, but the Diesel Shop claims it's number 4. So that's real good. So, the entirety of Roseville Yard is not modeled. The actual hump is missing. This is just the arrival and this is actually just the departure tracks. No humping in TS. That is unfortunately true. That actually reminds me, though. I saw on Facebook it was announced that Horseshoe Curve is coming to TS2. And I will be honest, a modern era Horseshoe Curve is something I have wanted for quite a while. And that might honestly be the thing that finally convinces me to buy TSW2. It appears so far to include Norfolk Southern ES44 AC and a GP38-2. But no further details as of yet. Oh, and apparently during the Festival of Rail next weekend, they are supposed to announce the first steam route for TSW. I like how it just randomly switches to the brown one. I did start thinking about route extensions for the racetrack. I want to run them by you. First, the Aurora sub to La Crosse or the Mendota sub to Galesburg. That's a tough one. Oh, there we go. The train disappeared. Hit the portal. And I'll tell you why it's tough. Because both of those are extremely historic routes. To the back. So we probably want to go that way. I recently kind of really fell in love with the Aurora sub. In the last couple of years, I rail fanned it quite a bit while I was looking for a job. And so, yeah, I would absolutely love to see the Aurora sub to La Crosse. But the Mendota sub is also extremely historic. Obviously, you know, it being the main CB&Q route from... No, we cannot go this way. Interesting. Okay, I guess we gotta back up and go for it from another direction. The historic CB&Q main to Denver. Plus the extremely large yard at Galesburg, which is a plus. I think if I... Oh yeah, absolutely. I was recently also reading the Classic Train special issue on the Burlington Zephyrs, and all I want is for DTM to make a Shovel Nose Zephyr DLC. But for that, we would definitely need the Mendota sub. Well, actually, no, I take that back. If we got a Zephyr DLC, either one would work. So yeah, I think. So I mean, both you had the opportunity for extremely fast running. Both the, I mean, it's rural Illinois, so both the Mendota and Aurora subs have extremely high speed limits for freight and passenger. So it would be a bit like having another Montana Highline. If I had to pick one to have first, though, it would definitely be the Aurora sub. Just because I've done that one. I've railfanned that one quite... I mean, I've railfanned them both, but I've railfanned that one quite a bit. And I used to love going to Rochelle, Illinois, which the Aurora sub passes through. And so that would be a big plus. And I also, last August, I think it was, made the... Or, no, August before last. Is it 2019? Anyway, doesn't matter. I made the trek out to Mississippi Palisades State Park near Savannah, Illinois, to railfan along the Mississippi River. And to have even a portion of that modeled in TS would be amazing. That's such a scenic area. So yeah, I think I would want the Aurora sub first, but I would definitely be happy with either. The Mendota sub is definitely fun. You can do a little bit more with it with modern BNSF. You can run the interchange freights for Canadian National from Galesburg to Leola. You can run modern Amtrak. So yeah, I would enjoy that if we got like a backdated racetrack set in the 40s or 50s at the Aurora Mendota subs, or whatever they be in the steam to diesel transition period. Well, yeah, definitely it would most definitely benefit from being backdated. But yeah, to have it at all would be pretty sweet. Also, having a CB&Q era route would also give you the opportunity to run the California Zephyr on another route. Oh, and potentially, is that not to be? Yeah, to the back. Wait, is this not 3? Oh, it's not 3. Oh boy. I'd help if I was paying attention. I guess not necessarily. Milepost is apparently going to be announcing their next route soon. The teaser image on their website is of some Southern Pacific tunnel motors, which is interesting. Oh, it's those two SW1500s. So there has been... Yeah, that would be fun. Harmon to Buffalo or Syracuse in the 40s. Yeah, that would be fun. You could either run a J-class Hudson. I think those were J-class on the New York Central. Indeed, it is a luxury. Code Monkey. Not that there's much difference from 15, but where was I? Oh, yeah. Getting to drive the famous Hudsons or a set of E's on the 20th Century Limited. Either way. But yeah, so... Oh, it's J3 Hudsons. That's right. Is a J3 Hudson available? Not officially. So yeah, the teaser is of a set of Southern Pacific tunnel motors. They haven't said much else. So there's a couple different ones it could be. Now drop them in shop 4. Yeah, so we gotta keep going. Oh, that's right. Their 484s were Niagaras, not Northerns. I just find it funny that they named the Hudson, but they couldn't be 4. But they couldn't follow the trend of calling 484s Northerns. But yeah, so there's a few potential possibilities with that. That's loco refueling. Oops. So I think we want that one. Oh, nope, that's the turntable lead. Yes, the pacemaker. Is that 4? That one's 4. So yeah, it could possibly be anything from Willamette Pass to Shasta to a Southern Pacific era Rio Grande route. Possibly Tennessee Pass. That one's a maybe. The Royal Gorge would be. That would be amazing. But I don't think that's what we're going to get. Could also be Cuesta Pass. Could be... Tennessee Pass would just be great, period. But yeah, definitely if you're seeking a challenge, having to lug... coal trains up that. Yeah, Saluda. Actually, there's a Saluda workshop route now. I haven't checked it out, but if you're looking for that experience, it is available to you. But yeah, there's many possibilities as to what the new milepost simulations route could be. I am just a very slightest bit disappointed it's not another Santa Fe route or another Canadian route. I was kind of hoping it would be another Canadian route. Norfolk Southern did operate over Saluda until 2001. But it would be interesting if they did keep it up. But it does look like we're getting new Southern Pacific tunnel motors, so I can be happy about that. The ones that come with Donner are starting to show their age. Oh, we gotta stop here. But yes. Although milepost simulation sounds aren't the best. I'd really like to actually see a DTM SD40-2. Alright, now we can drop them off. Now get the Dash 9 in Loco 7. That is true. That is true. They at least have better horns. The SD40-2 that comes with Arizona Divide is definitely a step up. So I hope, depending on the route, we also get a Southern Pacific AC 4400. I'd really like to see that. I think that's out of kind of that era of Southern Pacific, of 90s Southern Pacific. We're pretty much just missing the AC 4400. Alright. I don't think it's a remade Donner Pass. It looks like it's a primarily single-tracked route. Which I guess it could be a remade Donner Pass post 1993 when the original Summit line was removed between Norden and Shed 10. And I believe they also singled another portion. I don't think that's it. It didn't... The teaser image they posted on the website didn't make it look like that. But posting a single track section would definitely be a good red herring. But I'm willing to bet it's something new. Which would be awesome. I don't know that it would be Siskiyou. Because Siskiyou was never very busy. Especially by the 80s. A lot of that traffic was diverted. In favor of like Shasta and Wilmette. I actually don't know for sure where Siskiyou is. I don't think actually it was operated by a short line until I think about 10, 15 years ago now. That's a big walkway. Oh yeah. Ooh. It is. Why is it a walkway? It might not be a walkway. I think it's refueling infrastructure. Oh, I would absolutely love it if it was Wilmette Pass. The Oregon Cascades are criminally underrated. Or, well, not underrated. Well, kind of underrated. Nobody ever talks about them. But if I check my handy-dandy guide here, if we got the line between Klamath Falls and Chemult, then you would also have Burlington Northern / BNSF trackage rights. So that'd be cool. You know what it could be? Oh, It could be the Modoc Line, which no longer exists. The Modoc Line would be interesting. I don't remember quite where it ran. But it was basically, and it saw almost no traffic by the end of by Southern Pacific's end, and it's since been abandoned. But it was basically, I think it was two, Jessica. I think the cab forwards. It was basically a shortcut to get from Oregon to Salt Lake City without having to go through Roseville and Donner Pass. I think by the end it only saw one train a day each way, and that was a manifest train that carried lumber primarily between Salt Lake City and Eugene, Oregon. That would be interesting. I don't know how I would feel about that. Yeah, I can't say for sure how I would feel about that. That'd be interesting. It's definitely one of the more obscure lines in American railroad history. Rio Grande Southern. And take it to Shop 8. Shop 8. Ah, okay, so we have to go back through. Rio Grande Southern. That's not... Is that narrow gauge? Or is that pre the merger with the Denver, South Park, and Pacific? That didn't sound like a good noise. Don't want that. Don't want that, we want that. All the way. It could be a sunset route. Because that was primarily single track. Before Union Pacific went on an aggressive double tracking scheme. And SP did to an extent too in the 90s. I just don't think the teaser image looked very deserty. There's not. There's a teaser image on their website, and then there's a teaser image they posted on Facebook. It is pure speculation. Oh, look, modern reefers that don't belong. Actually, they don't look terribly out of place. I'll forgive myself that one. But it's fun to speculate. Ah, it almost got through the whole thing before I got to the portal. Alright, it's bugging me. I need to look back at the image. Alright. I'll post simulations. Alright, what's the picture they posted? Alright. Let me... Window capture. There you go. Okay. Bring that up above game catch. So this is... Taking a break here. This is the image that was posted on the Milepost Simulation Facebook page. Please enjoy my obnoxious amount of tabs. So you can see here, there's really not a lot to go on. It doesn't look deserty enough to be anything on the Sunset route, and I'm pretty sure Beaumont Hill was double tracked. So, if we open a new tab and go to the simulations, go to their website, click on products. Oh, that's new. In early development. Oh, it's changed. This wasn't the image that was on here the other day. So it's a little blurry. That's interesting. Wooden trestle. So yeah, definitely can't tell. I can't imagine that's a 45 T-2. It has to be an SD40 T-2. No, that's definitely either Northern California or Oregon. That's way too wooded to be Southern California. Oh, and it's an 80s era route. So unfortunately, no AC 4400. Interesting. I wonder what that. Oh, unless that is a Canadian route. Wonder what that one could be. Yeah, that has to be in the Cascades. If it's not Northern California. Anyway. Oh, God, it went back to... Okay. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Oops, there's Apple TV. The Tragedy of Macbeth. With Denzel Washington and Francis... Oh. Alright, where's Game Catcher? There we go. My only concern with it being an 80s era route... Wait, hold on. You can't see my pretty face. Oh, Game Catcher went to the top. That's why. There we go. The other thing, there's just not a lot to do in the 80s. Unless we're also going to get an SD40. Which would be... No, it's the 80s, so we can't get a GP60. I forgot about that. That would be the be-all, end-all of 90s Southern Pacific. An AC4400 and a GP60. Unless it's only going to come with the SD40T-2, but I really hope not. Milepost hasn't done a one-and-done North American logo since Peace River. Because Peace River came with 2 skins for the SD40-2, but it was still just an SD40-2. And West Highland Line South came with a few different varieties of Class 37. And then Canadian Mountain Passes only had the ES44. Unless they're going to include another GE. They could possibly include like a C30 or a B36-7. Now I get the DPUs in Refueling 4. Ah, there's an error. Should be helpers. So yeah, I don't know. Based on that new image, it's definitely going to be Northern California or the Oregon Cascades. But aside from that, there's really nothing else to go on. Klamath Falls to Eugene would probably be pretty long. Now take them to shop 6. So it definitely follows a river. Nope. Indeed, it is a busy day. Lots of inspections to be doing. What river is that? Is it the Klamath River? Oh, no, it's the Williamson River. Yeah. We'll be running a cab forward special, so go get the coal cars in the coaling stage. Where is this cab forward, you may ask? Well, that's not for you to know. Wait a second. Nope, can't do that. So yeah, we gotta run all the way back. Good God. Kind of makes sense, Code Monkey. It's a large marshalling yard. Yeah. The only difference is it's in California versus Northern England, but Definitely has that sense of scale. Alright, how much left do we have to do here? Coal cars, drop off. Okay, so, whoops. We're just grabbing these coal cars, and then we are done for the day. Oh. I could have come out that way. Whoops. Well, definitely be able to do that on the way back, so. And take these to shop 7. I don't know why we're taking coal cars into a diesel shop, but whatever. Unsolved mysteries. Wait. Oh yeah, I can. I blame 15-year-old me. He didn't know any better. He was an idiot. He had no idea what realistic meant. Hmm. Yes. And at least I guess that makes a decent amount of sense. It would have been could have been used on like a Carlisle to Newcastle run or a Cumbrian Coast run, so I could see that happening. You know, the other thing of it too is that the cab forwards were oil fueled. Were oil burning. They didn't burn coal. Oh, and we're putting them there. Well, that is interesting. Oh, I didn't have the throttle off. No wonder that was slowing down. Oh my. Ah. Yeah, that would make sense. Yes, put the coal cars in the diesel shop for an excursion with the for the for an excursion with the train. If that is oil burning. So more likely, if it was coal-fired, you drop these on some departure line to start building a train. Uh, to be honest, these probably wouldn't even be moved anyway. Um, they would probably just be left on a yard track, um, just for because you wouldn't need to bring it um, on the excursion. That'd be kind of pointless. It would really probably just be based out of Roseville, and they would run up to like um, Colfax or Immigrant Gap, somewhere they could turn around. Good. Now park in Logo 1. Um, so really, you wouldn't need to put these anywhere near the shop. Right. Exactly. You can't use them to refuel. So really, it's rather pointless. And again, um, the Cat Fords were oil burning. So, but yeah, I know what you're saying. If they were coal fired, but even if they were coal fired, um, you still wouldn't need to put them in the diesel shop. So, oh well. I'm not too worried about it. It's just kind of a funny thing. I didn't know any better. Honestly, that's obviously underthought, but honestly, I probably overthink now. Cause like there are certain loads I won't put in a consist in a scenario because I'm like, but would they really be hauling pipes westbound? I don't think they would. Like that kind of thing. So I mean, there's a certain point where it gets to be like too much. But obviously in this case it was too little. Oh well. That wasn't too bad actually, for an old scenario. Would a tall motor be pulling a 40-foot wood braced boxcar? Probably not. That probably would be something. Nice job. Go take a well-deserved break. Somebody else will take care of the yard engines. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Prototype for everything. All right. So since that wasn't supposed to take an hour, we got one more to do. Luckily, this one's only an hour, so it shouldn't take too long. So I will be right back. So to wrap things up tonight, we are going to be ending with Lehigh Oil in Illinois or Pennsylvania. For the Horseshoe Curve route. What is that? That's fine. So basically, while I was waiting for the racetrack route to come out, I decided one of the first things I would do would be to run. Um, was This was so the racetrack route came out in 2015. Uh, just after the peak of the Bakken oil boom here in North America, and so at the time, there were tons and tons of oil trains that would operate across the racetrack. And so to kind of get me psyched up and get me, well, not get me psyched up, I was already psyched up, but to kind of get me through to the release of the racetrack, I decided that since I knew a lot of oil trains operated to the East Coast, I don't know that a lot of them actually operated over Horseshoe Curve, but hey ho. West Brownsville. What? Anyway, um, so I decided I would do kind of a two-parter. So the first part is Lehigh Oil in Pennsylvania, and basically we're just taking an empty oil train across. So it's not really Lehigh Oil because it's oil empties, but whatever. Um, so Lehigh Oil in Pennsylvania takes you across Horseshoe Curve. Not a full run. You don't start in Altoona. I think I was too lazy to fill in the Altoona yard, so you start a little ways west. But anyway, that's the point. And then Lehigh Oil in Illinois is on the racetrack. So and the reason it's called Lehigh Oil is because we're driving the Lehigh Valley Heritage Unit. And yeah, and it's an oil train, an empty oil train. So next week, in addition to part 2 of the whole way down, we will also be running um, Lehigh Oil in Illinois. And it's Finsbury Line Dispatch. Good afternoon. The coal train is currently climbing around the curve. You should be okay to proceed shortly. Plenty of traffic on the way, but nothing to interfere with you. Oh yeah, we're also following a coal train. That's a good start. So you cannot read those signals from here. Oh. Hill start. Yep. Did I use actual train symbols for this? Nope. I did not. Oh, there we have our yellow. So I'm going to apply some power. And I'm going to apply some sand because we're going to need it. Our not doing too bad. It is an empty train, or at least it should be, so. So we're going from this location to Johnstown. Take off the sander. Oh, absolutely. I do not run 32-bit at all anymore. It is 64-bit or it is nothing. Well, is that a joke, Jessica? Because there's no such thing as 128-bit. I feel like that's a joke. Okay, that's what I thought. No, 128-bit is definitely good. I don't know how much you know about computers. So. But no, 128-bit would be great. Hell, why stop there? 256. So this is the titular curve. So because this route is set in the 70s, or the 70s. A million bit, yes, there you go. A megabit. Oh dear. So because this route is set in the 60s, or 50s, I'll get there eventually. It's not actually super accurate, or it's not current to what it is. So there's actually like a nice railfan park here now, and there's some stairs that go down here because the parking is down there. 8-bit train simulation. You see a hill apply. Isn't that basically what Southern Belle was? Code Monkey or Evening Star? So now there's a nice little railfan park. There's actually a preserved GP9 here. It actually just got a new coat of paint recently. They touched it up again. There at one point was a K1 on display here, but that was removed, I think, so they could try and restore it to operation. So it was replaced with the GP9. But this is actually, as you can imagine, quite the railfan hotspot. A lot of Norfolk Southern publicity photos are taken here. It's about from this angle. Or is it maybe about here? It might be about here. There's a private access for official photographers. Okay, we still got a yellow. Whoopsies. We're about to spad. Oh well. Yet another fail. Alright, we're clear now. So this is MG Tower, which was an interlocking tower that controlled the interlocking here until, I want to say around Y2K. I think it actually outlived Conrail. If not, it came very close. It's a sharp-looking unit. I'm not a big Lehigh Valley fan or anything, but it's a good-looking unit. Also good they went with the red livery. One of Lehigh Valley's later liveries was basically this, but all white. And as you might imagine, given that it was applied to Alcos, it did not stay all white for very long. Yeah, pro tip for all you aspiring railway owners out there, don't go with a color that will show dirt. I mean, it's a railroad. They're gonna get dirty anyway. But my God, don't pick white. Union Pacific only barely gets away with yellow. You talking about like the flowing silk ones, Code Monkey? Because the flowing silk looked very nice on the 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 ends, but yeah, the all white didn't look all that good. I would agree, Jessica. Even when dirty, BNSF looks good, and in the same vein, so does Norfolk Southern because you can't tell. Oh, God, that would be horrible. Nope, we got a yellow. So this route, it uses position light signaling. So straight up and down is green, diagonal is yellow, and horizontal is red. It's basically like upper quadrant semaphore signaling. Unless it's a heritage unit. Well, that is true, but... Yeah, because the Savannah in Atlanta has been running around looking pretty grungy for a while now. And I think I saw a recent photo of the Conrail one where it is also in need of a bath. Yeah, even Amtrak. I have a couple photos of dirty P-42s. Yeah, those P-42s show dirt real bad because they're basically all platinum mist. They're also 20 years old. Oh, what did you notice, Jessica? Actually, I just realized that wooden trestle on their website could be another steam era route. Because they did make Clear Creek. That'll be worth keeping an eye on. It said early development, so we're not going to know for quite a while. They haven't even announced whatever the Southern Pacific route is, so. What are we looking at? When an ET44AC or ET44AH on CSX idles, it sounds like a popcorn machine. Huh. I don't think I've ever heard an ET44 idle. Oh, we have a yellow over green, so we are going to be crossing over up ahead at, I believe that's AR Tower. Oh no, it's not going to be at AR Tower. That's weird. Why did we get a red over green then? Or not a red over green, a yellow over green. Right, that's what it was, right? Oh. Nope, I guess it was I don't know why I thought it was yellow over green then. But our signal that we just passed went to green, so we know the next one will be yellow. But we don't know that because we didn't see it. Well, whatever the Southern Pacific route turns out to be, I already have visions of running Union Pacific stock on it. 80s. I guess we could get a Jeep. It wouldn't necessarily be a 50. Ooh, maybe we'll get the GP40Xs. That'd be nice. Alright, I know this one's gonna be yellow. Oh, we have a green. We're not coming through AR interlocking. The eastbound tracks are just coming down what railroaders term the slide due to its very steep grade. I believe after passing through, I think it's Portage Tunnel. It's New Portage Tunnel. We're going to be going through the Allegheny Tunnel. And to our right will be the Hitchens Tunnel. I1s and I1 SA210Os as helpers. Those are some beefy helpers. I mean, it makes sense. So on the left in the distance, you can see the new Portage Tunnel. Up ahead is the Allegheny Tunnel, which we will be going through, and to the right is the Hitchens Tunnel. Got a yellow over green again. Alright, now I know this is a yellow over green. But we are still not crossing over, so I don't know what its deal is. Also don't know when we're going to be rid of this stupid coal train. Once we exit the Allegheny Tunnel, we will have actually crested the grade, and we'll be downhill all the way to Johnston. The fact that these PRR relics survive is a testament to how the PRR did things. The tunnels are the 210Os. Because one of the tunnels was abandoned when Conrail removed Track 3 in the 80s. But overall, yes, you're correct. We're now passing Hitchens Station. And a random flat car. Some more greens. I don't know why it's giving us yellow over greens when it should be just giving us straight yellows. Interesting. Heading off to the left are the helper loop tracks. Basically, once the trains reached the summit, they would cut off their helpers. Then the helpers would pull through the loop, and usually once a couple of sets kind of amassed in the loops, they would roll back down to Altoona, ready to help the next set of trains. Another green. See, I'm trying to think. I should be able to trust the dynamic brakes on this one. Ooh, wait. I would trust it on the Pennsylvania Coal District ES44. Because that had the revamped brakes. I guess no way to know until we give her a whirl. Speed limit is up to 35. The west slope is less steep than the east slope, so we'll have some gentler grades and some higher speeds, as you can see. Line speed will be going up to 50 just after we get around this curve and pass MO Tower. Are we crossing over here? Oh, I see. Oh, that's what that note meant. About the Clearfield portal. Yeah, so I think I do try and cross over the train, but for whatever reason it caused a bunch of problems with this manifest. So I have it go to completely not real way. Over to the left is the Crescent Yard, which has been reduced in size in the IRL. Today, the branch to Clearfield and beyond is actually owned by the R.J. Corman Railway, and Norfolk Southern interchanges with them here. A BNSF SC-70 Ace for some reason trapped in helper service. That'll rack up a few horsepower hours. We're now passing the Hitchens Station. Speed limit is now up to 50. And we have that obnoxious dynamic brake wind to look forward to all the way down the mountain for the next 22 miles. Yay. Game's kind of quiet, huh? Well, I won't subject you to the annoying dynamic brake sounds. There we go. We're only on a 0.6% grade, so we can wind her up a bit. Now passing the sidings at Lily. Reduce power. Grade has gone back up. Alright, we still got greens. That was fun. Yeah, it's just as loud in there. A branch line diverging here off to somewhere. Oh, Portage. Portage Branch is rejoining us here at NY Tower. And we have a greeting from the Erie Heritage Unit. Just wanted to make sure the confusing signal aspects didn't mean we had a red here, so just punched tab to request permission we did not need. We do have a straight yellow here. So we are going to need to reduce speed. Lest we spat again. Give her a little bit of juice. Interesting. Well, that's odd. What? NS Fuel John Santo. What? Well, it's not a red. Is that the crossing? It is the crossing. It's still yellow, though. Line speed is dropping down to 40 up ahead, but since we're still running under restrictive aspects, we're doing a little bit less than that, so... Well, actually, not more than a little bit less than that, so... We're now coming into the town of South Fork, which for all you fans of Dallas or the original run or the trashy TNT reboot, which I was a fan of growing up. But either way, South Fork always gets a chuckle out of me, so. Is that the Conema? Is that what that river is? Yeah, it is the Conema. The Conema River. Heading off in the distance there is the branch to Central City. A big coal branch that I believe is actually still in use to this day. Check the signals here at SO Tower. Speed limit has dropped down to 35 and will be dropping down to 30. And how is this red? Oh, okay, we got approved. Okay, it's actually like the next signal is right there. It should at least be yellow. Signal is also green. Good to know. So yeah, it looks like the branch terminates just south of Central City at a small loadout. Basically similar to any of the ones on the B&O Mountain Sub or the Clinchfield route. Either the TS1 version or the TSW version. Speed limit is now down to 30. As we wend our way towards Johnstown. Johnstown, of course, famous for its steel industry and for the flood of 1889, when a dam failure caused a massive torrent to sweep down the valley into the town, killing in total about 2,000 people. I had the task of um, writing a report on the disaster for one of my classes, my final semester of college. Basically, it comes down to shoddy engineering because the rich wanted a playground. Speed limit is going back up to 35. Kind of waiting for gravity to do its work here. We are on a 0.8% grade, but it is taking its sweet time. Lighting in this scenario is rather nice. Minutes Pittsburgh Line Dispatch. Make sure the switch is set for C, Westward Classification Yard 1. Oh, there we go. Now we're picking up speed. Let's see. Worry about that when we get a little bit closer. Now passing under the branch line to Portage Gravel, which means we are getting close. What interlocking is this? Oh, AO. It's AO interlocking. Alright, let's see. The switch is set for Westward Classification Yard 1. Looks like a stored line of SE70M-2s. So that we have there, the Interstate Heritage Unit. We're not going to make 15, but oh well. I take it back. Impressive. I believe that's C Tower. Ah, whatever. Very good brakes. Yeah, we're cleared through. It just doesn't have a signal to yell at us about, so. One might even say impossibly good brakes. I don't think this whole thing is even going to fit in the siding, so. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, not even close. Ah, well, whatever. Gonna make the game crash. It's cool, just block the track. There's 4 of them! Alright, good enough. I guess it's not quite as bad as I thought. Still not great. Nope, no signals at this end. Good job, you can park the train here for the next crew. Whew. There we go. All right. So that was name redacted. Lehigh Oil in Pennsylvania. I can't remember what the scenario is called. Oh man. All right, that is gonna do it for this week. As a reminder, everything you see here can be found on Steam Workshop. Links are in the on the homepage on Twitch, where you'll also find the link to the Facebook, which you should follow for the things, and for like the 3 times a month I post. There you will also find the YouTube link. You will also be able to find the aforementioned links in the description of this on YouTube. I am a couple behind, dating back to before Christmas. I believe I have, besides this one, another Friday Evening Trains to upload, as well as the New Year's Eve bash. So, for Fridays in the Valley. So, might get to those this weekend. I'm getting my COVID booster tomorrow. So I'm not planning on doing a whole lot. Plus, the NFL playoffs are starting, so there is also that. So beyond that, I think that should cover all of the bases. Thanks everyone for watching. Trains are back again next week, and I will see you all next time. Bye.